My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content.
All right, guys, welcome to Property Profits Podcast. I'm your host, Bryce Kaminsky, filling in for Dave Dubois. And you ever pondered about starting a new venture later in life and achieving remarkable success? Well, today, my guest, Nirmal Khanderia, close enough, he's going to correct me anyway, defied the age norms by diving into real estate at age 58 and has reaped remarkable rewards. Nirmal, welcome to the show. Fantastic to have you here.
Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate it.
So let's take it right to the beginning here and tell us a little bit about your backstory and what got you into real estate in the first place.
Sure. Let me go all the way back to 1980 when I graduated as an electrical.
Take me right back to 1980.
So I graduated as an electrical engineer in India, and I was a gold medalist. And in India, I worked in one of the biggest manufacturing company for 20 years. And in 2000, we decided to move to US for better education and better prospects for my girls.
Right.
And after coming here, I worked again in the manufacturing sector. That's where I had my experience for 14 more years. So total 34 years in the manufacturing sector. It taught me quite a lot of things. It taught me all the systems, how to deal with people, how to deal with machines. And on the way, I also learned like accounting and finance. But I had no clue about real estate all these 34 years. So that has been the background, and it has been a great journey. I mean, a lot of absorbing, a lot of learning, and a lot of success on the way.
So, when did you buy your first piece of property?
First piece of property, yeah. So what happened is 2014, my cousin, he's a doctor and he's a very smart person. He had a business of building new hotels, grounds up, run it for a while and then sell it. And he has been doing it quite well. So in 2014, he kind of, we were talking about it and he said, hey, I have a position open for like a business director, project manager. Would you like to join? So this was a big shift, from like manufacturing industry to construction, because it's a new hotel construction. And I kind of thought for a while and I said, okay, let me take a jump. Now, the major difference when I did that, it is the construction. So I'm dealing with the contracts, the contractors, different types. And like in the manufacturing industry, you know everything. You know your people, you know your employees, you know your vendors, you know your customers.
You go there, you build stuff there, or maybe
we build stuff.
Spots, but
yeah, and we have the team, and then we are doing it together, and we are making improvements in every area, like better employees, better vendors, better customers, better processes.
It's all in one box.
All in one box. But you can see it, you feel like you are under control. Whereas in construction, you're dealing with all the contractors. They don't report to you.
It'd be like if you ran a manufacturing place and you hired in welders for just this job, and you hired in a guy to come and like pack the boxes, and you hired this person to put the plastic pieces together. And it's just like every job you might have to find a new person. And yeah, it's definitely different. Definitely.
It is so different. And then I'm kind of like a very particular person. Everything has to, I mean, I set a timeline, everything has to happen on time. I try to make sure. And here, one thing is guaranteed, whatever you plan doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's
it was
your only guarantee.
Different mindset. And basically, I'm looking at like in manufacturing, we have like cost, quality, and timeline. And all the three factors are dependent on somebody else, and who is not your employee. So you are dependent on, it's kind of a very unique relationship. And I found it very challenging, but very interesting. I mean, if you know how to deal with people and how to get things done, that really kind of, I enjoyed it. I liked it quite a lot.
Because that's really the only part of the business, is that if you can manage the people who are in charge of the quality, the cost, and the time, then maybe you can get that result. But it is kind of like driving a car without any doors, and you're just like, you could fall out at any minute, but somehow you
Yeah,
make it.
you make it. I'll give one example. Like there was a guy for the hotel. He did like all the curtains, and I never met the guy. Just signed the contract with him. The guy came over the weekend, finished the job, and write a check to him.
Disappeared.
That's it.
Yep.
It's kind of
Send
so
them the
different.
money.
It gives them
Send them
the
the money.
So I learned quite a lot, and that was very interesting. And like I said, my cousin, he's a very smart cookie. Learned quite a lot of things, how to do things when things don't go well, how to move forward, how to be positive, find
It's almost
solutions,
like an operation of trusting people.
trusting people.
Because like that curtain guy, like you never even saw him. He signed a
Exactly.
contract. He came over the weekend. It was done. Magically, the curtains are up, and you have to trust that someone's going to do what they said they're going to do, right?
Exactly. And I realized it is like more like a hurdle race. Like it is not that problems will come or not. Problems will come.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized like my mindset was I did not want problems. And my cousin's mindset was problems will come. Let us be ready for it. Let us solve them, move forward.
Yeah.
That was a great mindset. And I picked that up from him. So yeah, that was great. And while I was doing that, so that's where I got exposed to real estate, like what is happening, how you make money on that. And
Yeah,
so
that's
I
exactly
started,
it. Managing
yeah,
apartment, hotel construction. Yeah.
hotel construction, yes. And then the good thing was that my office was like almost 45 minutes drive each way, going in the morning and coming. So that gave me the opportunity to listen to the podcast. And I got interested in bigger pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I started listening to podcasts on different things. And the Burr method got my attention. And that is where in 2016, I made my first investment. I bought a single family residence in Killeen.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it at this is a standard kind of like typical Burr. I bought it at 50,000, uh, uh, rehabbed 20,000, and the ARV was 100,000. So I took the loan and and right now it is at like the value is like 200,000. I still have that in my portfolio. So that was the
Value
first one.
there.
And
Yeah.
yeah. And the good thing is like once I decided that I want to do it, like within 4 weeks, I had this one under contract and then got it rehabbed and got it rented. So that was the first. And because of this rehab, what I had done is in 2017, we bought another commercial property with another partner, like a zero point 0.7 acre.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought it. It's an old property. We bought it, rehabbed it, put like 80,000 into it, put all the new windows, new flooring, and then rented it to our sister company, which is like our Montessori school. My wife is running that, so rented to them. And then in 2021, we kind of bought a land, 1.2 acre, and there we kind of designed a Montessori school right from scratch, and then
Okay.
developed that and rented that. So those are the two commercial properties we had. And then what happened is during this time, we have been kind of passively investing in apartment complexes. So while doing that, one of the investment I came across with a couple of
Like an LP or something.
yeah, as an LP,
LP.
exactly, as a limited partner. But I come across a couple of friends who also wanted to join one of the projects. So like we had 10 people and we met with the syndicator and we joined. And after doing that, one of the partners or one of the friends who had joined the syndication, he said, "Hey, Nirmal, if we are joining them, basically he is doing it, he is making money. Why can't we do it?"
Why can't we just have our own little
Our
wolf
own.
pack, right?
Right, right. And then we started doing brainstorming, and then we looked at a couple of opportunities. We looked at the apartments, then we also looked at the commercial real estate. And then we came across two opportunities for the commercial real estate. So basically retail
Mm.
buildings, office buildings, and flex offices, like
Yeah.
office warehouses.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So
They've been building a lot of those lately. They're like the big garage door, but could be
exactly.
something, could be something else. Yeah, easy to build
Right.
too, because they're kind of just
Easy to build.
like a
Yes.
barn,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
building them
yeah.
just on the outskirts of town where there's lots of flat land and you just asphalt everything. And
Exactly.
it's a great I guess they call them flex use buildings. They're getting a lot of
Exactly.
traction in places like Texas, Even here in
Exactly.
Manitoba, we're seeing them all along the north side of town. I was driving out to the lake yesterday, or rather, we went out to this small town, but it was just lined up all along the side
Exactly.
of the thing was the same thing over and over again. These rows of what used
Exactly.
to be what you would think would be like a mechanic shop, but actually there's like a bunch of like renovators and countertop manufacturers, and they're using
Exactly.
these bays to do their business out of. So is that what
Right.
you're working on, the new construction to
New
develop?
construction. Yeah. So so basically retail, there are some retail buildings, office
Mm-hmm.
buildings and flex offices. So
Mm-hmm.
between we have like one is a 15 acre, other is a 20-acre property. So between the two properties, we are going to develop 24 buildings and
Wow.
300,000 square feet total development. And the
Do you
total value
worry?
will be,
Do you worry that you're not going to be able to fill them all up because of the density
no.
of having them all together?
Good question. So what we did is we are doing in phases. We are not doing all at one time. We are doing it like three
Okay.
phases. So we are developing one third of the development and put
So
it on the
enough, stabilize
lease,
it
stabilize it,
to phase
and then do
two.
the right. So
Because
everything
I
is
mean, it's kind of like the outlet mall of things, you know?
right.
Like if someone's like, "Don't you think there's going to be too many stores at the outlet mall?" And you say, "No, because that's the point of an outlet mall is you put them all together, and that's what it is."
And you
So,
won't believe it. So
um,
like
how far along are you into phase one?
so right now we have three buildings, two retail buildings, all leased out, one office building sold, and we have the second office building under construction. So our plan is like in over next 3 to 4 years, we'll be complete with all the 24 buildings.
So you're
And
selling the buildings off to people as well?
we are doing both. We are doing like half and
You're
half. We
holding
are
some
doing
of them and selling some of them,
some of
recoup some
those.
capital. Interesting.
Exactly. So keep the debt under control. And our main motto
Yeah,
is
and you
we
don't
want
have
to
to own them all, and maybe it's for your benefit that you don't own them all because it makes
exactly,
them, kind of like self-reliant, and you're not having to manage all of these buildings, they can manage
exactly,
their own building.
exactly, and then control the debt. I mean, and the risk for all the investors
Because
because
I
we
did
raised
notice that in those compounds when I was driving by the other day, that one whole building was one thing, but then the next building was like four or five different things. So they
right,
might be doing the same thing where they're selling off one of four, and this guy does his like windows and doors company in the whole thing, and it's his
right,
problem now, not my problem.
exactly, exactly. And the beauty is like the second retail building when we built the when we it was when we started the construction when it was just the ground, no building.
Hmm.
All the units were leased out because they could see what has been done for the first building and they wanted to come in. And the
Yeah.
location is great. This is one of the fastest growing area in whole of Texas, in whole of US. So this is in
What's the city
Georgetown,
again?
Liberty. This is in Georgetown, Liberty Hill area in Austin. It's north of
I'm
Austin.
a Canadian, so I know where Texas is. It's that piece that looks kind of like that now near the bottom. And I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston, and I know of San Antonio, but there's how many people live in Texas? It's like more than I
Oh,
think the population of most of Canada. So,
yeah, that's true. So
um,
true.
when it comes to
So true.
real estate and the things you've done so far, what do you think your secret sauce is? What comes easy to you that other people find difficult to do?
One thing is, I believe that if you keep working hard and keep your mind open, opportunities come to you. Right? I
Mhm.
had never imagined that I will be doing this. Right? But when the opportunity comes, you keep doing things, keep talking to people, be passionate about it, and then opportunities come to you. And whatever we are doing, I mean, one thing is we need to be very persistent, perseverance, and dedicated and hard work. Those are the things which kind of pays off for
So
sure.
you would say your secret sauce is that you're persistent, that you keep going, and what was the other two things? It was
Hard work and dedication
hardworking, so you keep and dedicated to like the mission at hand.
mission. Yeah, yeah. And
So go
I'm a
ahead.
believer of I believe in God, so I know He has everything lined out for me.
Planned
I
out,
don't
yeah.
have to worry about
All you have to
it.
do is do the work put in front of you, right?
Yes, yes.
So, um, where do you see this thing going in the next like year or two? How far along do you want to be? Are you going to start building more of these things in other places? What does it look like for you guys and your little wolf pack?
So So in 2023, we kind of shifted the gear a little bit. We kind of wanted to go into multifamily, and I'll tell you why. We had invested in a couple of like six multifamily syndications, like almost 600 apartment complexes,
Right.
and we have been kind of looking at a lot of opportunities for syndication. And a couple of things we had seen, which kind of were kind of mind-boggling. There were some syndicators that were selling that there were six GPs in the deal, and then the profit calculation magically the number comes as a profit. Where did it come from? How the NOI changes? Where is the rent increase? It is expense reduction? Nothing. They just put it, and people have been putting money in that. We
Yeah.
saw uh, we saw another investor who has like a uh, couple of apartments in his portfolio, but he has not done the full cycle yet. And he's showing that in 5 years he will double the rent. Now, I don't know. And then he's showing the profit. And very hard to believe. And then we have seen other syndicator in a new development whereby he is not getting any debt. He is getting the complete development cost. He's raised equity for that. So when we look at that, we feel that, okay, I mean, we know what is to be done, right? And if we do it right, we can provide the opportunity to our friends and families and whoever wants to invest with us. So like in September 2023, I started kind of digging more into the apartment syndication. And it is kind of quite a lot of learning, quite a lot of new things.
Yeah.
But the good thing is I've joined the community, Jack and Gino community, and I have a coach who has like 20 years experience in the apartments. So he has shown like, okay, how to get the deals, how to get the deal flow, how to analyze the deals, how to underwrite them, and how to connect with people, and where to say yes, where to say no. So we kind of know
You're
how to filter
starting
out good
to
deals.
like create your own funds now. You're going to start
Exactly.
down the road of like buying, or you're going to build.
No, this one is buying the existing one, and where we have the opportunity to add value and then stabilize it for 3 to 5 years and sell it, and on an
Yeah.
average,
I was
15 to
just
20%.
Yeah, I was just saying, with your background in building and manufacturing and developing, um, I guess I just thought you'd go for the build something new. There's lots of empty dirt in Texas too.
That is true. Yeah, but I think now
Some
the
exit, build an apartment.
right, right, right. We could look at it, but right now we said let us look at the existing one, and there are opportunities. I mean, there are a lot of places where we can add value and
Yeah,
provide a nicer place for people to live, and at the
yeah.
same time provide an opportunity for the for LPs to make money.
So, what are you doing right now as far as the LP side of things to get people into the fund? What sort of things are you doing as far as network events or webinars? What does it look like to get these LPs? Because typically, like, what's your buy on these multifamily? Because I know in Texas they do it big, so it's like 300 unit apartment block, and on the
Right, right.
300 you probably have to put together like $25 million or something like that.
Right, right. So we are starting small. We are looking for 30 to 100 units right now.
Mm-hmm.
So typically, let's say 100 unit would be like at $10 million on the higher side, which means we
Well,
have to
you might as
raise
well
like
go for
3 million.
300, but yeah, it's still, it's just twice or three times as much money. If you can raise 10 million, you could probably raise 30, but let's
Okay.
start let's start with 10 million. Have you raised that sort of money? Like what sort of money you raised? I think you were mentioning before the show that you raised about 8 or 10 million
10 million
for
dollars. Yeah.
the
We
current.
raised 5 million each for the project.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm pretty comfortable. I mean, if it is 3 million, we should be able to raise 3 million within friends and family.
Do you
But the
think
only,
that do you think that your position in life and your age allows you to access capital that someone, say in their 30s, might not like? If you go in your phone book in your phone, start reaching out to people in your professional network, do you feel like that's an advantage or a disadvantage, being that I think you'd mentioned earlier you're like 62 or 63,
65, 65.
65, right? So you know a few people more,
Yes,
and your professional background probably aligns that people that they know and that they know and that they know add up pretty quick.
it does. It does. And it is helpful because we know quite a lot of people and who are like engineers, doctors, and they're looking for opportunities to invest because everybody has invested in stock market, but in
Yeah.
real estate, not many people know. So that is really helpful.
So when you're approaching people, how do you go about going through that sort of presentation, especially considering that, I mean, you've done this, that, and the other, but you're coming to not new, but a new type of investment within real estate. So how do you
That's true.
approach that? And when people say, well, you haven't done this before.
That's true. So people have invested, most of our friends have invested as an LP in
Mhm.
apartments. So basically we are saying, hey, I
Ah,
mean, as a GP, we want to provide an opportunity whereby your money is safe and it grows. It is not going to be like very high returns, but safe and steady. So
well,
that's how.
if you're looking at those other people's paperwork, it might not actually be real, as you were saying. Is like, I don't think so, man. I don't think it's
Exactly.
double. Now, are you
Exactly.
going to bring on a seasoned GP, or are you guys going to take that role on and give it a shot?
Yeah, we are going to be the GP ourselves. And we are going to, yeah, we are three partners.
Mhm.
So three of us together will be the
Plus, you have
GPs.
your mentorship that you can lean on to
That's right.
answer those major questions that
Exactly.
come up. Now,
Yes.
um, when looking for deals, are you find the deal and then go and get the money, or do you prefer to have your capital lined up and then go looking for deals?
Both. Actually, that is the mindset most of the people have. That they're waiting for the deals and looking for the money.
Yeah,
But we are kind of putting the list together and we are putting the word out that we
you're
are
working
looking
on
for
both
this
of them
invest,
at the same
both
time.
of them at the same time. Right. Right.
So, what sort of ways have you found to be most effective in keeping in touch with your investor prospects?
Typically, we let them know that this is what we are doing. We are looking for
Like
the
on LinkedIn or email, or you call them up? Like, how are you keeping in
uh,
contact with your database of investors?
uh, just call them out. Because those right now they're friends and family, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking probably if, at least first one or two deals we should be able to do within this group, and then after that, I mean, our goal is to have like 500 units over next 5 years, 500 doors. So then we'll need to reach out to other people. And that's what probably will uh, need your help in in getting
Yeah,
there.
well, I mean, you've got enough attraction. I mean, the main thing there is going to be getting to that third sphere, which is usually proving to the first and second layer of your money that you did it. And then
Right.
they'll go out and tell the third round of their friends and family that they should be in it. And usually, so just make sure, my advice, do this one really good and it should help you get
Yes.
the next one here. So,
So true.
um, are you are you at all concerned with the timelines of the projects? And try not to take it, no offense, but are you concerned with the timeline and horizons of projects you're taking on at your age, at 65? Are you worried about getting into multi-year projects, or do you feel young and healthy and ready to go another 30 years?
At least 5 more years,
At
for
least
sure.
five. I got 5 more years left on it. I'll get right to the end of building that thing. Then you can put
Yes.
me in the dirt right out in the front of the building. So I guess the question comes up to like, why not do nothing and just enjoy the money that you have? Are you building for your family's future, legacy? What's driving you?
Yes, I think both for family's future and again, I mean, I always look at like this is a vehicle providing opportunity to friends and family to invest
Mhm.
in a good investment, solid investment, safe investment, and also I mean, once we build a portfolio, it'll kind of trickle down for the family as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, do you have the website and everything set up so people can start heading on over to the fund and taking a look at the offerings and booking with you guys? Like if they want to connect with you, they want to find out more, what should they do? How do they find you?
A website is something where it is under construction.
Mhm.
So right now it is my email, Nirmal at KSN Properties at nirmal.ksnproperties@gmail.com. And I have my LinkedIn profile, so people can reach me on LinkedIn.
Okay, well, for the people listening in the car, can you spell that out for them, the email, so they can write it down? Nirmal,
Email, yeah.
so it's your first
Yeah.
name, Nirmal dot.
KSN Properties at gmail.com.
Cool. There you go. Well, very interesting stuff. You can see how a lifetime of dedication and hard work has got you to this point, and your energy is
Thank you.
contagious. I imagine you're gonna have no challenge raising tens of millions of dollars. So congratulations on your success so far.
Thank you, Bryce.
All right,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Well, until next time, we'll catch you on the next episode.
Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.